been doing this a while, and I dare say some of you, for better or worse, recognize me as Jack from Guitar Showcase, the guitar guy, because that's what I do the best, and for some value of best. But I also dabble on the keyboards. And I enjoy it. It's a nice texture. We haven't really talked about doubling much, but if you show up at the gig and you not only play X, but you also play Y, and of course sing, you have just more than tripled your value to the band leader. You know, because he can call you as a keyboard player, or he can call you as a guitar player, or he can call you as a sax player, and you sing, and yeah, you own the PA, you will work 4 times as much as any of your contemporaries. Just doubling alone will triple your job opportunities, because, you know, nobody likes to hear 2 guitars all night long. They like to hear guitars and keys sometimes. And sometimes they don't like to hear keys. So like I say, doubling is kind of thing. So we're going to talk a little bit, I'm not sure what. Well, let's just talk about keyboards. I'm playing one of my favorites, the Roland RD300NX. It's the latest generation. Has all the great sounds. Nice fat pianos. It has the get me out of here button, which is kind of nice. It does.
Does it have Hammond?
It does have organ, but you know, we go over here. We got. But it's not really. It's a keyboard player's organ, not really a Hammond organ. For that, you need to get into the VK8, which we're out of at the moment, but it's killer. And that's coming from, with all the love in my heart, as a very arrogant, there's nothing like a B3 kind of guy. You know, the rest of that stuff, and you can tell, if they're not reaching for drawbars, they're not a Hammond player. And then I just say, just play piano, it's okay. But it does have that, it's got your strings, it's got... all that stuff. It's got guitar. I can't play guitar on keyboards, so don't ask me. But it does have, if we get over here far enough, okay. And again, I'm a guitar player playing keyboards. You got bass, you got some very cool stuff. And of course the other stuff. Interesting enough, the brass sounds real mid-rangey, because that's where you want it in the mix. The piano sounds really fat. And I had a nice discussion with a guy who's playing keyboards with the Doobie Brothers, and he said, yeah, it's a real fat sound, totally destroys the mix. So fortunately, we've got some other tonalities. That don't take up so much of the bottom end, and also don't infest in the mid-range. You know, with the Doobie Brothers, they got 3 guitar players. So that space is pretty well taken. So guys' job as the keyboard player is to add color above, and not so much below, because that's where John's playing bass, you know, but just kind of add stuff around. And this is the kind of thing when you're looking for your keyboards, think about, what am I doing? With this, that's a great, I'm doing a jazz thing with a bass player and a drummer, or I'm doing a little solo thing in a wine bar. But in a band with horns and other stuff, you need a little bit different tonality. And I'm just kind of meandering around here because that's kind of the way I am with keyboards. But it also has some kind of cool stuff where you can do a dual mode. Piano and strings. got your bass in your left hand and your piano strings in your right hand. And you can really get a lot of things going on, particularly if you've got a real solo jazz player and you've got a good left hand. You can do. So do all that kind of stuff. And you have a whole band, you're only playing two guys, you make a lot more money that way. And still you're playing music, you're not just doing wicka wicka with your DJ gear. Did I say that out loud? I did. So it's a very versatile piano. One other thing that really endears me to this keyboard is that it only weighs about 40-45 pounds. It's not real heavy. And we're talking less than 50 pounds in a nice durable hard case. Does a lot of different sounds. It's got stuff in there I don't even know how to use. It's got a little rhythm thing. So you can do that. And it's actually, you can play songs with it. You can load songs in and off a USB. It's a very versatile piece. Not cheap, about $1,700 street price, you know, here and there. But a good, versatile, I need something that does a lot of stuff, but has great piano. And great electronic. Let's try it. Something like that. Anyway, so you got Rhodes, you got piano, you got strings you can lay in, you got clavinet, all that cool stuff. Nice piece. Roland isn't the only people that do this. I do happen to have my Roland Showcase shirt. But Roland's not the only people. Yamaha makes a great multi-piano. Korg makes some good stuff. Those are the big three. But there's a new kid in town, and we're going to cut away for a second and go over and look at the new one.